Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Adriana Cotero. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. There are many feet on the ground for a major happening on Tinian. We tell you why. Also tonight, 4 more cabinet members are appointed by the Senate. And the 2019 fiscal year budget is reduced further by the administration. In sports, ready, set, go, the men's paddle team is training for a big competition. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Get a load of this! Here's your chance to win cold hard cash with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. For a limited time only, get a chance to win cash and cool Docomo Pacific gear every time you load $5 worth of Docomo Pacific prepaid. Every Friday, we'll reward 5 winners with $50 and 1 grand prize of $250 to 1 lucky person. Every $5 worth of prepaid load gets you an automatic entry. Load more and get more chances to win with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Watch the Visitors Channel online, on time, anytime at saipantv.com. Where to go, what to see, what to do, restaurants, spas, activities, and culture, it's all in one place, in high definition, on your mobile device. saipantv.com. Check it out.
You know the rules. Eggs and sausage, hotcakes and butter. Morning fare, right? Well, McDonald's has thrown away those rules and opened a new world of possibilities. Now you're free to start enjoying the breakfast you love anytime you wish.
No way.
Yes way. Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
Hafaday Tirwami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, May 3rd, 2019. A monumental moment for the island of Tinian as the Commonwealth Ports Authority and Department of Defense agree and sign off on the Tinian Divert Airfield. Our Ashley McDowell was there for this and has the details. Ashley.
That's right, Adriana. I'm here at the Tinian Airport, where the Divert Airfield lease agreement was just signed today. Now, this lease will bring in $21.9 million for the island of Tinian. Here is what officials have to say.
Joseph M. Diaz?
Yes.
P.P. Regis?
Yes.
Barry C. Tobis?
Okay.
Roman T. Tadella?
Yes.
And Kibberden King Hines?
Yes.
Madam Chair, that's 5 yes votes.
I'm very grateful that we're able to come to this milestone, an agreement to show that we are patriotic and that we are supporting our military family. At the same time, we have our concerns and issues that I'm glad that it was addressed. And I look forward for a very fruitful divert project here. And I want to congratulate again the people of Tinian, and I hope this will bring more economic stability and more economic opportunity for the island, and welcome again our DoD families here to the island of Tinian.
You saw the big check today, and that negotiation was for a lease of that land, and the total area of the land was negotiated, and you saw the big amount on the check was $21.9 million. And so the CPA has, as I understand it, has control of those funds, and they'll be used for the purpose of improving the ports here on Tinian, both the airport and the seaport.
We anticipate on using that money specifically for improvements with the infrastructure here at the airport. It has always been the hopes and the dreams of the people of Tinian to get the Tinian Airport up to the level where we can entertain or welcome the arrival of international flights. And so that requires a fuel storage facility, and it requires that we get the building up to federal level requirements, which includes the TSA and the CBP component.
We recognize that we really needed to build a relationship with the community here, with the CNMI in general, but also with the people of Tinian. If we intend to be here, then we need to build a partnership, and it has to be mutually beneficial. So I was charged with coming in and helping with that process. And even though back in DC we're not the direct conduits here, we try to put the level of emphasis on the project to help the services and the Air Force as they go through this process. And we try and reach mutual understanding and agreement of what would work best not only for the department but also for the local community.
Stay with KSPN as we bring you more details about this lease. Reporting in Tinian for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell. Back to you in Saipan.
Thank you, Ashley. And more big news today from Tinian. 4 more cabinet member nominees are appointed and confirmed by the Senate in the courthouse in San Jose. The Senate body places a vote all in favor for the reappointment of 3 cabinet members. This includes the confirmation of Mark Rebalaman to serve as the Secretary of the Department of Commerce, Marianne Concepcion Tergezu to serve as Secretary of the Department of Public Lands, and Robert Hunter to serve as Secretary of the Department of Community and Cultural Affairs. In addition, the lawmakers vote yes for the appointment of a new cabinet member. This is David Attelig to serve as the Secretary for the Department of Finance. KSPN2 speaks with a few of the appointees following their confirmation at the courthouse in San Jose, Tinian.
I was a secretary for 3 years, and we definitely had a lot of challenges as well as accomplishments, and the hearings throughout the different municipalities, we reported on our accomplishments, and we actually had a lot to report. So now I'm trying to figure out, oh dear, we need to step up the game and get more accomplishments for the next couple of years. So if there's anything I learned throughout this 3-week process of the public hearings, is that although we knew in the department what we were doing, it was we didn't have enough efforts to inform the public of what we were doing. So that's definitely one of the things that we're going to change, just so that we're informing our beneficiaries of what we're doing with public lands.
I'm excited about the opportunities to come back and help our CNMI, help the administration. We'll go through this financial situation and look forward to improved processes and a better experience for our taxpayers, dealing with the department. My future plans for the Department of Finance is to review all policies and procedures. If there's laws that needs to be corrected or amended to better that taxpayer experience, our customer experience. That's one. 2 is to improve the financial management systems that we have, which will create efficiencies and effectiveness throughout our department and also filter through to the other departments. So that's a major priority for me. As acting Secretary of Finance, it was more keeping the boat afloat, and now I can steer it. And now I have that authority to steer it being confirmed, so that's exciting.
Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero. The CNMI government announces that they are implementing further reductions to the fiscal year 2019 budget, now reducing the current fiscal year 2019 budget by $17.9 million, a figure that was recommended by the Department of Finance and determined by the CNMI administration this week. They say this is in order to ensure the fiscal viability of the Commonwealth for the long term as the economy recovers from Super Typhoon Yutu. Governor Torres states, quote, "While the CNMI continues to show signs of recovery through improved overall collections from the previous quarter, our administration is taking the necessary steps to curb government spending as our economy recovers," end quote. According to the revised projections submitted by Department of Finance, the reductions amount to a total of $29.9 million, adjusting the gross budgetary resources to $228 million, and revising the fiscal year 2019 budget authority to $141 million. According to KSPN2 News Archives, the original fiscal year 2019 budgetary resources amounted to $258.1 million. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero. The CNMI Department of Public Works Energy Division is informing all CNMI residents that they are now accepting applicants affected by Super Typhoon Yutu and Typhoon Mangkhut under the Weatherization Assistance Program, or WAP. This is for residents who were affected by either of the storms and did not receive any financial assistance from any federal agencies. Residents can call the Energy Division to see whether their household qualifies to be re-weathered. The WAP program is designed to assist homeowners to take the right measure in replacing home appliances. This includes refrigerators, window-type air conditioners, and lightings. Funding for this program is made possible through a grant by the U.S. Department of Energy. Individuals that want to avail of this program can apply at the Energy Division on Capitol Hill. That is building number 1337, or call Program Manager Christina Babauta or Energy Auditor Alexander Castro at 664-4481 for further questions. Coming up, there are 2 more proclamations signed for 2 respective recognitions this month. We have the details next. Stay tuned.
Get the phone plan you're looking for at IT&E. Stay connected with the strongest, widest, and most reliable network in the Marianas. Stream, share, play, shop, and surf the web with super fast 4G LTE data. Whether you need just a few gigabytes of data to get by, or if you want to go further with unlimited data, there's a plan for you. You'll always get the best price. Visit any IT&E store or call us to learn more. IT&E. Explore your world.
Welcome to the Marianas Eye Institute. Our office on Beach Road is staffed with U.S. certified eye care technicians, doctors that have received national recognition, and a friendly, professional staff that will look after you and your loved ones. With over 1,200 eyeglass frames to choose from and an in-house lab, we can make most glasses in about an hour, and we even feature a mobile clinic to bring eye care to you. Keep your eyes healthy and strong with professional eye care at the Marianas Eye Institute.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. This month is recognizing women, specifically women's health, and the CNMI Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation, along with other agencies, are partnering to encourage women to take responsibility for their own health. This starts by having knowledge and understanding of your own body and key health issues. All it takes is small steps by changing what we eat, drink, and the amount of exercise we get, working together to encourage those around us in the CNMI to improve our health.
It takes a community to achieve optimal health and wellness. This month is showcasing that for the girl who is being bullied in school, there are people who will be there to lend an ear and provide support.
And another recognition taking place next week is Public Service Week. Many gathered at the Governor's Conference Room to declare this. The week of May 5th through the 11th is organized nationally to honor and recognize the men and women that provide essential public service to our community. And the theme this year for Saipan is, quote, Marianas strong, always resilient, and sincere in serving all, end quote.
Public service is a calling which has meant so much to so many. The themes for each island, Saipan, Rota, and Tinian, embodies the shared values and reflects our drive to serve a cause beyond our own, to give back to our nation and to our islands.
Now we head over to Guam, where a hotel expansion project is facing a large fine. KUAM reports.
Off of today's CNMI, here's what's happening on Guam. The companies overseeing the Hotel Nico expansion project face a $130,000 fine from the U.S. EPA. In late April, the agency, Asunuma Kokuba Joint Venture, and Nipo USA entered into a consent agreement and final order. The two companies in charge of the multi-million-dollar Nico expansion have agreed to pay a little over $129,000 to resolve Clean Water Act violations. During a 2017 inspection, EPA observed rebar stockpiles not having adequately maintained best management practices, multiple construction debris piles on site, portable toilets without adequate containment or stabilization, a non-storm water discharge flowing off-site, a concrete washout area at the staging area not having adequate control measures, and multiple instances of waste materials near the perimeter without cover or containment. The Guam EPA has also noticed the companies for similar violations. They say the fine that will be levied for Asanuma and Nipo USA's notice of violation is still being determined. Well, the Mayor's Council continues to wait for the final version of the rules for games of chance at the Carnival. Senators passed the bill Wednesday with several amendments, and it still needs to be signed by the governor, says Council Director Angel Sablan. Should it become law, Sablan says they plan to their own review to make sure they meet all requirements before they put together a bid package and can issue a typical 5-day notice for bidders. The carnival starts in the first week of June, with Sablan saying he's not sure what impact the delay in bidding will have, but he's hopeful they'll get some interest for the House of Cards. The gambling concession has been the biggest moneymaker for the Liberation festivities. It'll be making a return after a 2-year absence that saw a noticeable drop in carnival activity. Guam, of course, commemorates our 75th anniversary of liberation from Japanese occupation this year. Well, the medical examiner's office has received $207,000 to modernize facilities, and now all we need is a new medical examiner. The AG announced the grant is from the Department of the Interior and hopes upgraded tools and equipment will attract a new examiner. Officials are having a difficult time filling the position, which has been vacant since the retirement of Dr. Aurelio Espinola. Separately, the AG's office received a $375,000 grant for an archiving system, which will convert declassified digital and paper records into a searchable site publicly accessible. The system will also preserve historical records, some of which date back to the 40s under a naval government. For more, check out KUAM.com.
Thank you, Jason. Coming up, Bob Super Sports is next with this week's top plays. Stay tuned.
Get more, do more with Docomo Pacific. Enjoy endless local calls and SMS with 30 gigabytes of data for only $59 a month. Sign up today and get a Samsung J6 smartphone free. Connect with the familia, share your moments with your primos, and celebrate the Marianas way every day. The possibilities are endless. On the fastest network that gives you more. Docomo! Now available at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
You deserve more. Hey, I know it's been hard. Come on, let's go for a ride.
Hi, welcome to Dow Rent to Own.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now this feels like home.
Dial Rent to Own. Making lives better since 1987.
4x4 capabilities for the ultimate family adventure. Mitsubishi Outlander. Out of this world.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
KSPN2 Sports is brought to you in part by Triple J Motors.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans. It's a once-in-a-life opportunity, and when it comes, you have to grab it by the oars. Bob Coldine reports.
To compete in another country while wearing the Northern Mariana Island colors is a dream come true for athletes. It takes a combination of factors to pull it off. For athletes, it's that small window of being in the prime of physical ability.
Ready, set, go!
We just did one that was at race pace, and then this is back under race pace. So we're trying to bring the heart rate down, bring it up, bring it down.
For teams, it's the opportunity to prove it against international competition, and that's the dream of these 12 men who are working out under the watchful eyes of manager Dino Manning.
We've been training 3 months. We're on a 6-month program.
Oh, you're halfway through.
Yeah, and the goal is to peak in July at the competition.
The Pacific Games in Samoa in July. That's the target.
A lot of these guys have been paddling year-round, but specifically for this competition, we're on a 6-month program.
Sitting positions in the canoe are still being worked out.
We still have some work to do. We don't even know, so we're still trying to dial in like who the crews are going to be for the events. For example, today, the main purpose of today is working on turns.
Polynesian countries like Tahiti have world-class outrigger or teams, but Manning thinks the NMI has a chance. What's our expectation?
The last Pacific Games in Papua New Guinea, Guam medaled. We compete against Guam enough to where we feel pretty confident, and so we feel like that was kind of a motivator for us. They medaled. We compete against them. We've done okay against them, so we feel like if we do the right things and we peak at the right time, we can medal. It's just one of those things where everything has to come together.
But it's not all smooth sailing for these NMI hopefuls. How's your money situation? It's very expensive to send 12 people to Samoa. What's your fundraising status?
Yeah, we're behind, and we just had a meeting last week, kind of an update meeting, and we really have to kind of pick it up into high gear. And it's a tough environment because a lot of companies that have sponsored in the past have spent a lot of money towards typhoon restoration. How we can kind of work for the money.
It was a big sports event on island, and of course that means it'll appear on KSPN's Friday Sports Recap. Here's a sights and sounds reel of the annual Hyatt Golf Tournament.
Thank you, Hyatt, for your support. Thank you to all the sponsors for your support. We greatly appreciate you.
We're here representing Make-A-Wish, and we're very grateful to be part of the Hyatt tournament every year. They help us further our goals in trying to grant wishes for children with critical illnesses. it's just great to be a part of it. There's so many people out today, and it's a beautiful day, so we're excited.
It's a nice day, and I like to thank everybody to participate in this tournament, charity tournament. So everybody, wish luck.
You're gonna live a lot shorter life. On film.
It's Friday, and that means Triple J Top Plays of the Week.
And coming in at number 1, the Triple J Top Play of the Day is
2019 Classic.
You print that, you're gonna live a lot shorter life. On film. Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Here's your weather forecast for today. The high 86, heat index 93, low 79, 75% humidity. Today, earlier this morning, light showers with scattered clouds throughout the day. And tomorrow, expect more scattered showers and partly cloudy weather. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, high 87, low 78, seas 4 to 6 feet. Sunrise 5:52 a.m. and sunset at 6:35 p.m. And this just in, it's officially the weekend. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here Monday night.